And your mom believes this too? Sounds like I'm leaving this house at the right time. You two loonies can live there happily ever after. I pointed the camera toward him and hit the shutter. The only way to make him believe was to show him his future. Then, I looked at the screen on the camera. I was shocked by what I saw in the photo. Now I knew why my dad was leaving us. If I told him I knew his secret, he would take precautions. That's why I decided to keep it to myself. What's wrong? Did your miraculous camera not work this time? Oh, go ahead, snap another pic, he said to me teasingly. We arrived in front of the hospital. I opened the car door without saying anything. My dad handed me a big wad of cash. He said, I'm not coming into the hospital. Think of me as your mom's ex-husband. This is the paperwork for the divorce. Tell your mom to sign these. I'll pick them up tomorrow morning. I got out of the car, and my dad drove away. I looked at his photograph as I was walking to the hospital. I still couldn't believe how he could do this to his family. I walked into the hospital. The doctors in the emergency room did what they had to do. The x-ray showed 2 fractures in her foot. The following day, I was in the hospital room with my mom. It was exactly like the photo. My mom was lying in bed with one leg in a cast. So, we can't change the future. Perhaps it's better to not know what it holds, she said with a smile. I was dying to show Mom Dad's photo. Mom, I took Dad's photo in the car as we were driving here, I said, showing her what was on the screen. Mom sat up slightly to see the photo. In the photo, my dad was on a stage. There were journalists around him. A man gave him a huge check that said $4 million. Even though this was an incredible amount of money, my dad looked devastated. Did he win the lottery? My mom asked in shock. I replied, yeah, he'll probably get the money today, but he wants you to sign the divorce papers before that. My mom's face lit up. She figured it out. According to the law, half of his winnings belong to his wife. He's divorcing me so he doesn't have to give me my share. Then he'll go and pick up the check and keep all the money to himself. I knew what my mom was talking about because I had spent all night researching those laws. I smiled playfully, but he won't be able to execute this plan because we discovered his secret, thanks to my camera. And maybe that's why he looks so sad in the photo. As he's receiving the check, he knows he has to give you half of the money. My mom and I laughed out loud.